Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn connection readings, but I'm going to do all signs and I'm going to do one sign at a time. So we're going to start with Capricorn and Taurus, okay? I'm just doing random. I have all of my 12 cards here and I'm just going to just pull one at a time. We'll see who comes up. I have no idea what the order of these. And what we're going to do is I already shuffled all of these cards and we're going to split them in half. And then we're going to pull some cards from all of these different decks and we're just going to see what message we get for. So it's Capricorn and Taurus. So that's the first one that we're going to get. I will put timestamps down below if you're looking for a particular sign. This is about your connection with that other sign, whether it's a partnership, friendship, family member. We'll see what messages come out. I have my tarot. I have my romance angel. I have my angel answers. I have my heart-shaped romance cards and my whispers of love. So we're going to pick one of each and see what messages we have. Okay. Oh, before I start, also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. Okay, so let's get started with Capricorn and Taurus connection. So I have my tarot here, so we're just going to split the deck and we're going to pull a card. Oh, okay. So Capricorn and Taurus. The card that we picked is the Three of Swords. Now the Three of Swords can represent obviously heartbreak. It can represent hurt. It can represent that you felt stabbed in your heart. It can be that disconnect. It also can represent, that there is this distance, physical distance between you and Taurus. That it could be that you're in one country, Taurus is in another country, or you're in one state, Taurus is in another state. You know, it could be that heartache for that person, as, you know, this could represent a long distance relationship because the two of you are not together. And of course that hurts. Long distance relationships are very hard. You know, you want to see that person on a regular basis and you want to have that physical connection with that person, but this could represent a, you know, that you're in a long distance relationship with someone. Again, this could also represent that heartbreak. It could represent hurt. It could represent that there is, you know, some disconnect going on between the two of you. All right, so let's grab a romance angel card and see what we have here. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that could go back with this Three of Swords, is that there's some sort of addiction that is going on, whether it's with you or it's with Taurus, whatever that addiction may be. That could be that codependency of, you know, sometimes when we get, so I'm feeling a lot of different things here. So between you and Taurus, sometimes we get to that point. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to refer it because I have a horse. It's like that barn sour or that buddy sour, where it's like you don't want to be away. The horse doesn't want to be away from the barn. It doesn't want to be away from its pasture mates. And it could be that sometimes, you know, we get so codependent on someone else that we've given so much power to that other person for them to make decisions and choices for us that we don't like to be independent. We don't like to be by ourselves because we're like, how am I going to handle this? How am I going to deal with this? I can't do anything without you. I feel lost without you. I feel like I struggle when you're not around me. That could be that codependency. It's depending on something that you are giving all of your power to, right? That you're not feeling strong or independent within yourself. So I feel like there is, you know, with this card being here, that there is some kind of codependency that someone is struggling with. This also could have to do with, you know, substance abuses, or it could just be sometimes, you know, it's like that social media, like in your relationship, is there kind of that disconnect because somebody is attached to social media and they're always on social media. So it feels like it's a relationship between you and your partner and social media, right? And the phone, right? Or the internet, or the, you know, the computer. It's just like, okay, and that person's always spending a lot of time, you know, on that social media, and it's creating a wedge between the two of you, a disconnect between the two of you. So I'm feeling a couple different things here. It could be that codependent, that you're not feeling comfortable being away from that person, or that person's not feeling comfortable being away from you because they are codependent. Or it could be that there is some sort of substance or a social media or something going on like that that is causing a wedge between the two of you, and that's something that you have to be aware of. All right, so let's grab an angel answers, and we have, it's up to you. Exactly. I love this card. Look at that. It's up to you to make the choices and the decisions to deal with this codependency, to deal with this Three of Swords, to look at it, to process it, to work through it, to decide, do you want to accept this? Do you want to work through this? It's up to you. I mean, that's pretty much self-explanatory. All right, so let's pull this card here. And we have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. So I feel like it's up to you to make that decision on what it is that you want to do, and then start focusing on laughter, having fun. If you want to reconnect with Taurus, if you want to get things back on track, what are those positive and fun things that the two of you can do together that made you laugh, that made you forget these things, that made you to focus on other things? You know, it's focus on, like, you just don't worry about the heaviness, you know, right? The adulting, that you just kind of become kids. Some playfulness. What did you used to do when you first met that made you guys laugh, right? And connect. All right, so let's get a whispers of love. And we have love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. I feel like that's kind of focusing on what makes you happy, right? It's up to you to decide what choices that you want to make, and love who you are, and making those choices, you know, knowing your worth, and knowing that, hey, if I'm not happy with this Three of Swords and this codependency cards here, what are those things that I can change to get this relationship back into a playful, fun, right, happy relationship? Is it time to, it's up to you to face those things, to deal with those things. Sometimes we like to put those off on the other person, and we like to say, oh, well, they'll change, or they'll get better, or they'll this, or they'll this. It's like, well, no, what can I do to make the changes? How can I help this person? How can I work through this? You know, what are those changes that I can make? What are those things that I need to do? It's not only helping that person, it's helping yourself, and it's helping this relationship to get back on track. So that's something that is up to you, but making those choices that make you happy and are best for you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right. So we're going to put Taurus aside. We're going to turn these cards over. Our next card out is Cancer sign. We're going to shuffle. These aren't the easiest to shuffle. Hello, so we're going to do the Cancer, Capricorn and Cancer sign connection reading and see what we have going on here. Again, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. We have some tarot here. We've got romance angels. We've got angel answers. We have the heart-shaped romance cards, and we have the whispers of love. So I'm going to split the decks, And we're going to see what messages we have here for Capricorn and Cancer connection. This could be a partnership, friendship, family member, however that may represent with you. It could be a Cancer sun sign, moon sign, you know, it could just be qualities of a Cancer. All right, so let's pick a tarot card. Let's see, get it started here. Oh, look at that. We have the Strength card and we have Leo. For some reason, my first thought is there a Leo coming in between you and your Cancer sign. Is there something going on with that? We also have the Infinity sign, which represents individual empowerment and everlasting love. So there may be a situation, this also could represent that there is a situation that you have to handle with this Cancer sign, that you have to be strong, you have to be confident, but you have to be gentle about it. So there may be something that is bothering you that's going on between you and your Cancer sign, but being careful how you word it, being careful how you handle it, handling the situation with a delicate touch, with lightness, but being confident and strong in what it is that you have to say. Sometimes when we have something that we want to say to someone else, we're feeling a little weak. We're like, oh, I don't really know if it's, you know, I want to say this and this is how I'm feeling. But then sometimes we let the other person kind of take control and make us feel a little weaker, or what we have to say isn't important. But I feel like with what it is that you have to say or you have to face with this person, that if this is what you believe, to be confident in it, right? To move forward with it, to not back down, but to say it in a confident, firm, soft way so that you get your message across and this person knows, hey, this person means business, right? And that this is important to this person. All right, so let's get a romance angel card. And we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I feel that there is an attraction between the two of you. I feel like it might be a little lacking here, just because I feel like there's something that you need to face with confidence, that you need to work on. But I feel like once you do that, that attraction becomes stronger between the two of you. And you know, when you have that, where you show that you are confident in something, that's a very attractive quality to people. So I feel like maybe this Cancer sign kind of looks at you and becomes more attracted because they're like, wow, I'm really proud of that person. Like that person, Capricorn, really stood up and really had something to say. And I love their chutzpah, right? Their energy, their strength, and that they were able to handle the situation. And that, you know, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but, you know, having that confidence is a attractive feature. All right, so let's get an angel answers. We have forgiveness. All right, so I feel that this is going back to my original message over here, is that there is something that is bothering you that needs to be handled and needs to be dealt with, and that it needs to be discussed so that we can have that forgiveness, right? So that you can have that forgiveness between the two of you, so that you can get this relationship back on track. Let me just open that there. And work on the relationship. Forgiveness is very important. We have to realize is that we're all going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. Partners are going to make mistakes. Family members, we're all going to do things that are going to upset the people that are around us. And that there has to be forgiveness for that, because nobody is perfect. But if you hold on to that resentment and that hurt, that is just going to hurt the relationship, and it's going to hurt yourselves. And that forgiveness, and to truly forgive, not just say, oh, yeah, I forgive you, but then really you don't forgive. So I'm feeling this card here that I was seeing. So that now the sun's out. Sorry about the lighting. This time of day, it's kind of on and off. All right, so we have this card here. We have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So playfulness, that lightheartedness, forgiveness, and then, you know, like having that playfulness and truly letting that go. and just having fun together, right? Getting the relationship back on track. All right, whispers of love. We have love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. That, you know, sometimes when people do, you know, if somebody does something to hurt us, but they don't have malice in their heart, that maybe they were, you know, it was their way of loving you. It was their way of looking out for you. It was their way of showing you that they cared for you. I just feel like it's all about perspective, but it's very important to have that conversation, right? To be strong and be confident and have that conversation, to discuss what went on, to discuss what was bothering you, and to have that forgiveness, right? And to work through things and get back into that attraction and that playfulness within the relationship, and realizing that if there's that true connection with this person, that, you know, love can show itself in different ways and different manners for everyone, right, in their own way. And that's what we have to be aware of when we have a confrontation. And that's your way of showing love to your partner, right? That you're able to say, hey, this is really bothering me and I want to talk about this because I don't want to build up resentment. I don't want to put up walls between us in our relationship. I don't want this to get out of control. Because I love you and because I care for you and because I want to work through this, I want to discuss this with you, right? I want to work through this. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. Okay, so we're going to take Cancer down, and then we're going to do Aquarius. Hello, we're going to do the Capricorn and Aquarius connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, sorry about the lighting. The sun is kind of... All right, let's see. Is that better? Maybe. Okay, so we have some tarot, we have some romance angel, we have our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and we have our whispers of love. I've already shuffled. We're going to split the decks in half and see what messages we have for Capricorn and Aquarius. All right, so let's pull a card here. Oh, we have the Devil, which represents Capricorn, right? So here we have the Devil card, and we have this chain that is connecting these two people. So it could feel that you are trapped in something, that you are bonded to something. The Devil energy represents toxic energy. It represents codependency. It represents feeling stuck. It represents kind of almost like a loss of power. But also the Devil card represents that a strong physical attraction to another person. There could be some commitment issues here going on between Capricorn and Aquarius. That there might be something in between the two of you, right? Because the Devil is kind of in between these two people. That this negative energy is kind of controlling the both of you. That there may be something going on between one or both of you, and there's a lot of negative energy, and it's kind of controlling and making this relationship toxic. Some frustrations. Let's see, romance angels. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. That's what I kind of felt like the romance angels might give us a little more information here, is that there's someone who has to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the other person, that there's some communication lacking between the two of you, that somebody is feeling this negative, toxic energy, and you need to communicate this with your partner, that you need to talk things out. You have to figure out how you're honestly feeling within yourself first. I feel like it's, don't just talk to talk. I feel like it's figure out, why are you feeling this devil energy? Why are you feeling this toxic energy? This could also, like I said, represent Capricorn, that maybe Capricorn, you have something on your mind and you want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with Aquarius about something, but I feel like this is something you need to make sure that you're clear about what it is you want to discuss, and what it is you want to say to this person, and what it is that you want to get off your chest. All right, let's pull in Angel Answers, and we have not the right time. That's what I was saying, is I feel like you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person, but I feel like wait until you're clear about what it is that you want to say, but also making sure that when you have this conversation with Aquarius, that the timing is right. Sometimes we feel we're ready to have a conversation, that we're like, yep, I've been thinking about this all day, or I've been thinking about this all week, and I finally gotten to the point where I want to have this discussion. And then say Aquarius comes home from work and they're really tired and they had a horrible day, right? That it was just one problem after the next, or Aquarius has been going through a lot of stress, or there's been a lot of family issues, or there's been a lot going on, and Aquarius is exhausted and just wants to come home and relax. But Capricorn's feeling like, yeah, I'm ready to have this conversation. That's not the time to have the conversation, right? Because it's not going to go very well, because Aquarius is not in that mind space, that head space, to be able to receive what Capricorn has to say completely, right? It's just going to be like, oh my gosh, Aquarius is going to be like, oh my gosh, I have something else that I have to deal with today, right? I can't handle one more thing on my plate. So I feel like for Capricorn, making sure that the timing is right. Maybe it's, okay, let's set up a time, let's go for a hike. Let's go in a neutral area where it's not in the living space, where it's not in a regular space, let's go in this neutral area where we can really have this conversation, where we both can be in the headspace of, yeah, I'm ready to receive information, I'm ready to give information, I'm ready to talk about this situation. So I feel like this has to do with timing. When you have this heart-to-heart conversation, okay, Capricorn, that's extremely important. All right, so let's pull this card. And we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. I feel like a lot of relationships lose that, because you lose the friendship, because it just becomes this, you lose the fun, you lose the excitement, you lose the butterflies, and over time that's going to happen, but it's like, okay, you kind of get into this routine. You kind of get into, okay, we got to pay bills, we got to mow the lawn, we got to do household chores, we got to go visit family, we got to work, we got to clean the house, we got to, and it's like, okay, well, where's, when you had the friendship, when you just went off and you did fun things, right? You went to the beach, you went for a hike, you played golf, went skiing. Like, not missing those things, right? Having that date night where it's like, okay, we're going to put everything else aside and we're just going to focus on us and our relationship. And maybe that's what that conversation is that Capricorn wants to have, is like, where's the fun? Where's the fun in the relationship? Where's the friendship, right? Why is this distance being created? All right. And then let's get a Whispers of Love. We have slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. And these two, I hope my battery makes it. All right, I'm just going to have to leave that. These two people are dancing here, right? Maybe it's go take dancing class, right? And have fun. And I feel like this slow down goes back to the friendship here. Goes back to that having fun together and doing those fun things, right? And getting that back on track. Okay. Sometimes we need to look at those things that are missing, right? And we need to get that friendship and that fun back on track. But again, it's having that discussion when the time is right, because otherwise it's just going to turn into something that is more of a problem. Okay, let's see if I can. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. Trying to fix this. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know how far my batteries. Maybe I'll just do 6. I don't know if I'll make it to 6. All right, so let's at least do one more. Let's do Capricorn, Capricorn, and Capricorn. All right, actually, you know what I'll do is I'm going to take my microphone off. But I'm going to plug in my charger. All right, so I had to make some adjustments, and I had to take my microphone off and plug in my batteries so that I'd be able to continue through this whole reading, because I didn't want to split it up, so because my battery is about to die. So hopefully this works. So you may have to turn your volume up in order to hear me. I'll try and talk louder, but it may be a little bit harder to hear me, but I think it should be okay. All right, so we're going to do Capricorn and Capricorn connection reading. As always, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not, as that may be meant for someone else. So we have our tarot, we've got our romance angel, we've got our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and we have our whispers of love. So I've already shuffled, and we will split the decks to see what message we have here for Capricorn and Capricorn connection. This could be with a partnership, friend, family, however it resonates with you. All right, so we pulled the moon, which is Pisces, for our tarot card. So this to me could represent some deception within yourself. Are you being honest with your feelings towards Capricorn? This also could represent wanting to try something new, because we have the lobster that wants to go on land, right? There's a path here for this lobster, and he's going from the water to the land. So changing something up. Is there something that you want differently within this relationship? Do you want to change something within this relationship? I also feel that this could be this relationship changing commitment levels, right? Like maybe you're going from dating to being exclusive, or maybe you're going from being exclusive and being together to moving into together. It could be an engagement, you know, it could be that moving forward of the relationship. It also represents not being able to see clearly. Maybe you're not sure where this relationship is going with Capricorn. Maybe you're not really sure where you want this to go. You're not really sure about your feelings. You're not really sure about, you know, what you want to have happen with this relationship. Maybe you're, you know, we have the 2 towers here with the moon in the middle, and I feel like it could be that maybe there's some walls that are up on both sides. Maybe the both of you need to kind of bring things down, and kind of maybe the 2 of you have walls up between you know, each other, and that's something that you may need to have to look at. Maybe it's just not really seeing that path clearly, right? Because a moon can give false impressions, right? Like you can't really see where you're going. You can kind of see, right? You're not really sure. Like when the sun is out, everything's very bright and you can see where you want to go with things. But when the moon is there, you can't really see as well, right? And you're not really sure where this path is going between you and Capricorn. So let's pull a romance angel. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So I feel that there is a connection here between the two of you, but you're not really sure where that's going, you know, or how it's going to go or what's going to happen. Or again, that could be that commitment. Like I was saying before with the lobster going on land, is trying something different, changing something up, that this relationship is moving to the next level. All right, so let's grab angel answers. It's up to you on what it is that you want to do. I feel like it's being true to yourself on what you want to do in this relationship with Capricorn and making the choices and decisions that are the best for you. Maybe you want to ask that with the Capricorn, hey, do you want to move in or do you want to live together, right? Or maybe you're ready for an engagement and you start looking for a ring. So it could be that. Okay, so let's get a heart-shaped romance card. And we have this one here. And this has transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I feel like this relationship is very positive, and I feel like you want it to move to a higher level. That's what I'm feeling. These are all the, because that's what I was saying here with the lobster, right? Going on land, is that was kind of the first feeling is that I had was that it's a relationship that's getting into a stronger commitment between the two of you. Then we have, look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. It could be a scary thing for you, because I was pointing out the towers, right? It could be a scary thing because sometimes when we find that true love and it's so consuming and overwhelming, it's like, wow, I've never felt like this before. I don't really know how to handle this, right? It's a little bit scary because I haven't been down this path before. I haven't felt this way before. You know, where's the, you know, what's supposed to happen here? But I know that this is true love, and I know this is someone that I want to be with, and I don't want to lose this. And so I don't want to have my insecurities or my worries get in the way of this relationship. So I feel like it's looking towards your inner strength and saying that, yeah, like this does feel right. You have to ask yourself that, and you have to be confident with that. Right here, it's up to you. But I feel like this is definitely a very positive relationship, and I feel like it's moving, it's changing, it's transforming, and it's going to a higher level. But I feel like don't be overwhelmed by it. Don't be scared by it. Make sure that you keep those lines of communication open, and that you don't put up any walls, that you communicate with this person and you work on this together, because that person may be feeling the same thing. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. Okay. All right, let's put Capricorn aside. Let's get the next one, which is Libra. Capricorn and Libra. Hello, we're going to do the Capricorn and Libra connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not, as that may be meant for someone else. So we have our tarot, we have our romance angel, we have our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and then we have our whispers of love. I've already shuffled, so we're going to split the decks. This could be a partnership, friendship, family member, however that may resonate with you. So we're going to split the deck and see what we got going on here for Capricorn and Libra connection. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So that's definitely a good card. That's very rewarding. It's those rewards for the hard work. It's opulent, right? I feel that it's, I feel like it's in a good place, the relationship. It's rewarding. It feels good with this relationship. Let's see what else we got going on here. Capricorn and Libra, passion. Wow, there's passion. So this could be a Libra that's coming into your life. This could be a new relationship. This could be the beginnings of a relationship. This could be a long-term relationship, right? It doesn't have to be something new. It could be something new. It could be that maybe the two of you need to get that passion back in your life. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Is passion lacking in your relationship, or do you feel that passion? You could feel that very passionate towards that person, right? That excitement, right? That fulfillment between the two of you, that there's definitely a connection between the two of you. All right, angel answers. Ask for help from others. That's what I was saying, that if you're struggling with anything and you're trying to get that passion back into your relationship, you know, do you need to ask for help from others? It could be, are you asking for help from others, that if you're single and you want to connect with someone, that they may know someone, or, you know, what should you do about, you know, connecting with someone or finding someone? It could be that, you know, like, do you know of anyone? Or, you know, sometimes if we ask our friends, do you know of any? Of course, that can turn into a disaster, but not always. I mean, it can work out too. It could also be that, okay, like I was saying, I felt, is passion lacking in your relationship? And maybe asking your friends, you know, not saying everything like, oh, me and my partner are really having some troubles here, but it could be like, hey, what do you guys do to keep the passion alive in your relationship, right? If you're talking to somebody who's been in a long-term relationship, like, what do you do to keep the passion alive, right? What are those things that you do? And maybe taking some pointers from them. That could be what that ask for help from others represents. All right. So let's see, we have the heart-shaped romance, and we have, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Maybe if that passion is lacking, do you need that time alone? Do you need that time to figure out, okay, why do I not feel passionate towards my partner? Why am I not feeling that connection? What is it that I feel is missing? Is it me? Is it them? Do I need to communicate? Do I need more from my partner? Do I need to do those things that make me happy, right? Sometimes when we put a lot of effort or energy into a relationship, we kind of lose ourselves. Have you lost yourself in this relationship, right? And you're not feeling that passion and that connection anymore because you've been giving. And now it's time to give to yourself. But that's definitely something to think about. All right. And then let's get a whispers of love. We have act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. I feel like, you know, even though if you need some time to yourself, that's still being considerate towards your partner, because you're like, hey, I feel that there is something lacking. I feel that there is something going on with me right now, and I don't want to create a wedge between me and my partner. So I'm going to look into this. I'm going to figure out what's going on with me so that this does not become a wedge that comes in between my relationship with Libra, right? That this does not become something that turns into a bigger problem, that turns into resentment or frustration, right? And that's looking out for yourself, but it's also looking out for your relationship, because you know that, hey, if I don't take this time to myself, that this may turn into something that's a bigger problem. And if I'm not feeling that passion in that relationship, do I need to take that time alone to figure out what that is and to get it back on track? So I just feel like do feel like this Nine of Pentacles is the rewards of you working on this relationship and realizing that maybe there's an issue and that you need some time to yourself to sort through how you're feeling or what's going on with you, but that it's really helping this relationship in the long run, and that it becomes rewarding because you're like, hey, I saw that there was a problem. I saw that there was something that was lacking. I acknowledged it. I worked on it, and we worked through this to keep our relationship back on track. And that's really what a relationship is seeing that, okay, if there's a problem, if I'm having doubts, if I'm having issues, if I'm having problems, that I want to head this off before it becomes a bigger problem, and taking care of that and not letting it get out of control. And that's definitely, you know, it's harder. You know, when you're by yourself, you don't have to worry about how it's going to react to how the other person's going to react. When you're by yourself, like, you can just, you know, be angry or be sad or, you know, be in frustration or be by yourself or whatever and not have to worry about it. But when you have someone else, you have a partnership, that you have to be aware of that, because you don't want to take out that frustration on your partner and create more problems, right? Because usually we take out our frustrations on the person that's closest to us. And if your partner is there, then sometimes we get mad with our partner, but it really doesn't have anything to do with the partner. It has to do with ourselves. So I feel like that's something you need to look at. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right. So let's put Libra, and we have Sagittarius. Capricorn. All right, let me grab some water. Okay. We're going to do the Capricorn and Sagittarius connection reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not, as that may be meant for someone else. So we have our tarot, we have our romance angel, we have our angel answers, heart-shaped romance, and whispers of love. I've already shuffled the deck, and we're just going to split the decks and see what messages are here. This could be with a partner, a friend, family member, sun sign, moon sign. All right, look at that. We have the Devil. Capricorn card again. All right. So Capricorn and Sagittarius, this could represent Capricorn. This also could represent that there is some toxic energy or habits going on between the two of you. That one of you could feel very tied down to the other person, that you may be feeling stuck in a relationship. Let's see, romance angel. Passion. Devil card can also represent a very strong physical connection between two people. And definitely, I would say there's a physical connection going on between the two of you, with passion coming out, right? Right next to the Devil. If there's that strong physical connection. Is it a relationship that is just a physical connection relationship, you know? Is that just what's going on here? So let's grab angel answers. Get more information. Get more information. So I feel like, do you want more from this relationship? Right? Is there a strong physical connection, but you're like, you know what, this has been going on, or Like, I want more than just the physical connection between this person. I want to connect on a higher level. So I feel like maybe that's what's going on, and maybe get more information is asking Sagittarius, hey, do you want to, you know, have this relationship be more than what it is? You know, is it something that you want to get into this relationship on a deeper level? All right, we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Kind of working on that friendship and having fun together, right? To kind of doing things outside of what you're normally doing. Doing different things. Connecting on a different level. Whispers of love. Listen with your heart. You are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. I feel like if Sagittarius gives you an answer about what it is that they want, I feel like truly listen to what they have to say. If they say they like things the way that they are, I feel like that's something that you need to respect, and that's something that you really need to look at. And because sometimes we'll say, well, maybe they'll change their mind, and then you keep waiting for them to change their mind, but they were truthful in what they had to say, is that, hey, right, really listen and say, well, they told me that they didn't want this to change, that they didn't want it to go any further, that this is the way that they liked it. So it's unfair for me to keep pushing them to change things up, or for me to waste time waiting for someone to change when they've already given me the answer. And just because it's the answer that I don't want to hear, I don't want to waste my time, right, waiting for them to change their mind. Sometimes, you know, we really have to listen to what people have to tell us. And like I said, sometimes we hear things that we don't want to hear. We hear answers that we don't want to hear, but we try to make excuses to accept those, or that we try and change people. Don't change people. Take it for what it is, because otherwise it's just going to create problems in the future, because it's going to be that frustration with that person, because they're going to say, hey, I told you this is what I wanted. And it's a frustration with yourself as well, you know, that you weren't really listening to what it is that they had to say, and that they're not changing, that you're thinking in your mind that they're going to change and they're not. So I feel like this one is really important, is truly listen to what Sagittarius has to say. I feel like part of me is that, so a couple different things I have is that there's some toxic energy, there's some problems going on within the relationship, but there's some more information that needs to be, there needs to be some communication between the two of you. I also feel that maybe another scenario is that maybe Capricorn wants the relationship to go to a higher level, or maybe Sagittarius, either one, wants this to go to a higher level, but the other person may say, you know what, I don't think I'm ready for that. That's not, they could say, maybe I'm not ready for that now, or that's not where I want this to go. I like things the way that they are, but I feel like you have to make sure that you listen to what that person is truly saying, and not twist it around to fit what it is you want to hear. That's very important, and sometimes that's hard, right? Because we don't really want to hear what it is that we're actually hearing, because we want to hear something different. But I feel like that's what you need to be aware of. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right, we're going to do Capricorn and Aries. I'm going to do the Capricorn and Aries connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we have our tarot, we have our romance angel, we have our angel answers, heart-shaped romance, and whispers of love. So let's see what we got going on here. We have 6 of Cups. Oh, all right. I feel like there might be an Aries coming back into your life, somebody that you knew before. We have the person standing up here. But this represents somebody, it was a positive relationship. It was not toxic. It was not, you know, a bad relationship. It could be a friendship, right? It could be somebody that you knew in your childhood. It could be somebody that you dated a long time ago, but you both kind of went on your own path and you went your own ways. And now it could be that the two of you are coming back together. All right, so let's just go with this. We have the romance angel. We have engagement. Ooh, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I feel like maybe you start dating this. I don't feel that this has to represent engagement. This could represent any level of commitment. So it could be that you're single and then you're not single, like you start dating, or you start to become exclusive, or you move in together, right? You start to connect. That whatever that relationship is, level where you're at, it moves up one level. All right, angel answers, recovery. For some reason, I'm feeling like recovery. I feel like there may have been some issues between the two of you. I don't feel that it was anything bad. But I feel like it's getting the relationship back on track. Like recovering the relationship, right? Like getting things back on track. All right, we have this one, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. With this person coming into your life, it's your choice whether you want to accept that invitation. It's your choice if you want to move this relationship to a higher level. Maybe the two of you are at a friendship right now, right? Because 6 of Cups is, you know, it could be that friendship, right? You've been friends for a really long time, but maybe one of you wants to move the relationship to a higher level, but you're like, hey, wait a minute, I'm not really sure. And that you have to remember that you have the power to say no and to walk away, or to say, wait, I'm not ready, or hold on, this isn't where I want to go right now. I'm not at that place. And always remember that you have the power in any type of relationship to say no or to walk away. Don't forget that you have that power. We have ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept and support. It could be that maybe Aries wants to bring this relationship. Maybe Aries wants to connect with you and you haven't heard from them, and you're like, I don't know if I want to get back into this. I don't know if I want to start something up with this person. It could be that maybe Aries is like, hey, I want to move in together, and and you're like, well, I just don't know if I'm ready for that, right? I don't know. I feel like it's just being true to your feelings, Capricorn. I feel like make sure that you're true to your feelings of what you want to do with Aries, and don't feel that you're being pushed into something that you're not ready to accept. I feel like don't lose your power. If you need time to yourself to think about things and sort things through how you feel, don't feel bad about taking that time. And if Aries makes you feel uncomfortable with that, then that's something that you need to look at and say, okay, well, if Aries can't give me that time right now and understand that I need my own time and space right now, then what's going to happen in the future, right? When other things arise, where I have other moments where I need time to sort things through and I need time to myself, that how is that going to go? And is this a precursor as to how things are going to go? And is that something that you need to really look at? And is that something that you need to be aware of, or that the two of you need to work through? And all of these little things that go on are signs, are clues as to how the future is going to go and what's going to happen. But I just feel that it's very important for you to make sure that if there's something going on here, right? If there's a decision, something about the relationship, whether this person comes into your life and starts to contact you, or you're in this relationship and it goes to a higher level, just make sure that you're feeling confident in what has happened, that's truly what you want, right? That you've taken that time to say, hey, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, right? Or, hey, I need more time, or I'm not ready, and being true to yourself and not losing your own power within the relationship. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right, we're going to do Capricorn and Virgo next. All right. Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Virgo connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not, as that may be meant for someone else. All right, so we have our tarot, we have our romance angel, we have our angel answers, our heart-shaped romance, and we have our whispers of love. And we're going to split the decks and see what is going on. So this may or may not resonate with you. Or did I already say that? I don't know. I've done this so many times. Take what does, leave what doesn't. All right, Virgo, Capricorn and Virgo. Oh, look at that Empress. Empress. Empress can represent birth. It can represent marriage. It can represent commitment. It could represent the relationship between the two of you is growing. That it is... You know, it could be kind of, for some reason, I'm thinking fertilizing the relationship, right? Are you making sure that you are both doing those things to keep this relationship healthy and on track and growing and evolving within the two of you? We have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So that's what I was kind of feeling, is that are you nurturing the relationship? Are you working on the relationship? Are you focusing on those things that are important to that other person, that person's focusing on those things that are important to you? If you're having concerns, you know, sometimes it helps to talk to other people about those concerns, but I also feel like you have to be careful with that, is that you don't give them too much information, because what is going on between you and Virgo is what's going on between you and Virgo, right? That you don't want to say too much, but sometimes it does help, you know, if you talk to your friend and they kind of say, you know what, they give you a different point of view, and you're like, yeah, maybe I do need to look at that. So we have in the near future. So I feel like there's some changes coming for the two of you in this relationship in the near future, but I feel like it's almost like the two of you are becoming closer for some reason. All right, so let's take this one. And we have freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. But what does that represent for you? If the path is clear, right? Clear to do what? Is it clear to start a family? Is it clear for marriage? Is it clear, do you want to walk away? Is it clear that you want to go on a different path than Virgo? Like, what does that freedom, what does that represent to you in this relationship with Virgo? I feel like that's what you need to explore. All right. Whispers of love. We have get to know each other, learn to meet another's needs for love. And that's funny, because that's what I was saying before is, are you meeting that person's needs? Is that person meeting your needs? If it's not, then what are those things that need to be adjusted? Or what are those things that need to be changed? Or what do you need to work on? What do they need to work on? Do the two of you need to work on communication as saying, hey, you know, this is what's important for me. I feel like this is lacking and this is what I need from you. And to be open to hearing that from your partner, from Virgo. And if Virgo says, hey, I need you to give me more quality time, you know, and that you don't get on the defense about that, and you say, okay, I'm going to try harder at meeting your needs because I know that this is important to you. So I'm going to try harder because I know that that's how we're going to evolve this relationship. That's how we're going to grow this relationship, is having those lines of communication open, and that truly knowing if there is something that is lacking, that, you know, you can work on that. You can work on that together to, again, fertilize that garden that the two of you have, that relationship that you have, and working on that relationship. Relationships take a lot of work, right? It's two individual people, and you're changing and you're evolving, and your needs change and your wants change. And you have to be able to adapt to that with each other. Otherwise, one person's going to move in one direction and the other person's going to move in another direction, and you're not going to be able to come together within the relationship, and it's going to make it go separate. And that's why I said, what does freedom represent for you? You know, is it going in your own direction, on your own path, or is it the freedom of knowing, hey, I'm in this amazing relationship where we can communicate so well, we've learned to get to know each other, where we're fertilizing our garden within this relationship, and for our relationship to grow and to evolve into marriage, to evolve into having children and a family. So what does that represent for you? And that's what you need to work on and focus on. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right, Gemini. Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Gemini connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we have our tarot, we have our romance angels, we have our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and we have our whispers of love. So we will split the decks in half and see what messages we have for Capricorn and Gemini. So our tarot, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is about seeing things from a different perspective. It's about taking a step back, slowing things down, taking a time out. Something that you have to see from a different perspective, from the other person's point of view. We have, this could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. So definitely feel that there's a connection going on here between the two of you. Ask your angels. looking for guidance. I feel like you're questioning something. You're questioning something. You're questioning something about the relationship. Passion and magnetic and seductive qualities surround you at present. Enjoy it. So I definitely feel that there's a connection. I feel that there is... Let's see. Let's grab this one. Whispers of love. Back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. All right. I just feel like there's a connection between the two of you, but you're questioning something. You're not sure about something, that you're not feeling confident in something, or you're maybe you're overwhelmed by something. I feel like you kind of need some time out. I feel like you need to see things from a different perspective. I feel like you need some time to yourself to sort through something within this relationship. I just feel like you're confused by something. I do feel that there is a connection between the two of you. I almost feel like maybe you also could be overthinking things with this person, that maybe you're putting too much pressure on this relationship. And I feel like this, back to what you love, I feel like it's almost like taking it easy. Maybe slowing the relationship down, and not putting any pressure on the relationship, not putting any labels on the relationship. Sometimes we get really excited in a relationship and then we just push things forward, but we're really not ready for it. But I feel like it's kind of taking that step when you're ready to take the steps. I just feel like you have to reevaluate something within this relationship and just kind of slow things down and really think about things and to find those answers within yourself. I just feel like you're questioning something, that you're not sure about something. And I feel like you just need that time to yourself to sort through it and then move forward. I don't feel that it's a negative thing. I don't feel that it's a breakup. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I just feel like one of you is overwhelmed about something within this relationship and that it may be moving too fast, and it's just time to slow things down and take things at a slower pace. Obviously, you have to do whatever for what you feel is right for you. I'm not telling you what you have to do, but that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this, from these cards. That there's definitely a ton of potential here, but just don't rush it, because then that can create problems, and then that can you know, kind of make things go awry, and you don't want to have that happen, because I definitely feel that there's a connection here. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right, we're going to do Scorpio next. Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Scorpio connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we have our tarot, we have our romance angels, we have our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and we have our whispers of love. I've already shuffled everything, And we're just going to split the decks and see what we have here for Capricorn and Scorpio. We have, oh, the Lovers. There you go. That's a good sign. The Lovers, two people coming together. It could be a reconnection. There could be a Scorpio that's coming back into your life, but it also could just be that your relationship is definitely on track. All right, we have Romance Angels, we have Trust. This situation is calling for you to have trust, calling for you to have faith. Sometimes we question relationships, right? Sometimes we get in our head too much and we think too much about things. And we have that connection with that person, but we need to trust that person more, that they want to work on the relationship with us, right? All right, so let's look at angel answers. We have let go. There's something that you have to let go of. And I feel like these two are connected. Let go and trust. All right, let's look at romance. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. I feel like you are questioning the relationship. I feel like you're holding on to past relationships or past hurt, and it's affecting this relationship that you're in right now. All right. We have practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. I feel like it's seeing things from a fresh perspective and giving Scorpio that fresh perspective. That Scorpio, this person is not your last relationship, is not your other relationship that didn't work out, or that person or those people did those things to you and they hurt you and they let you go, and that they, you know, whatever happened in the past, is don't bring that into this relationship, that you have to trust this relationship, that this person is different from those other people. You have to let go of those past relationships and those past memories, and not, yes, you have to be careful and look out for yourself and not fall into the same relationship pattern. But you also have to give this Scorpio a clean slate. You have to give this relationship a chance. Because if you keep putting that energy in of this person's going to hurt me, this person's going to be like the last people, I'm going to repeat the pattern. If you keep putting that energy out there, then that's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to bring in, because that's the energy is that you're putting into this relationship, is that it's not going to work out. And guess what you're going to make happen? This energy, this relationship isn't going to work out. But if you say, hey, I'm feeling positive, I'm feeling that connection, I'm going to trust this person, I'm going to let go of the past, I deserve the best relationship ever, I'm going to look at things from a fresh perspective and give Scorpio this clean slate, and we're going to work on this relationship together, and I'm going to communicate that I'm going to tell Scorpio, okay, if I'm feeling insecure, or I have something on my mind, or I want to talk to Scorpio about something, that I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep the lines of communication open, that I'm not going to repeat the patterns that happened in the past, that I'm going to give this relationship a chance, and that this relationship is going to work. And that's the energy that you want to be in. So I feel like that's what you need to focus on in this relationship, and just being careful that you let go of what you need to let go of, you trust in what you need to trust in. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right, let's see. We have Leo. So we're going to do Leo and Capricorn and Leo. Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Leo connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we have tarot, we have our romance angel, we have our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and we have our whispers of love. I've already shuffled the deck, and then we're going to split those and see what is going on between Capricorn and Leo. All right, we have Four of Swords, taking a rest, taking a break. It could be a separation, it could be a timeout, right? It could be thinking about something before something happens. Let's see what Romance Angel has to say. It has make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. Without a doubt, that's true, right? That a great love is two people working hard on the relationship, working at the relationship, communicating, letting go of things that don't need to be held on to, of seeing the needs of the other person and working on those to make sure that you are helping your partner to communicate that if there is something that is bothering you, that you work through it. Relationships take a lot of work, constant work, constant effort. Sometimes you feel like you want to give up. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how we're going to get through this one, but knowing that down inside that there is that strong connection between the two of you and that this is something that you want to work on. All right, we have a no and an exclamation mark. So that's a strong no, right? But what does that no represent to you? When you saw that no, what's the first thing that came to your mind? What does that represent for you? Is it no, I don't want to make the effort in a relationship? Is it no, I don't want to end this relationship? All right, let's pick this. Heart-shaped romance. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. I love this one. You find the missing pieces. Do you feel that this relationship has, is that person that missing, does that person give you those missing pieces, right? Are there parts in your heart or within you that you feel are missing and that person gives that to you? You have to have that fulfillment within yourself, right? You have to feel strong and independent within yourself. But then there's also that person that, kind of fills in those few missing pieces that you have that enhances your life. All right, let's grab a Whispers of Love. Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. I kind of feel like when I saw this Four of Swords, I kind of felt like that's what this reading was all about, is how committed are you to this relationship? Are you fully committed? Are you questioning it? Do you want to make the effort? Do you want to continue this? Do you want to walk away? Are there changes that need to be made within the relationship? Are there things that you have to work on within the relationship? Are you communicating to Leo? Are you, letting Leo know, hey, I need this, or, I'm feeling a lack of this, or, how are you feeling? Keeping those lines of communication open. That's what I feel like. Consider your foundation. How strong is the foundation that you have between the two of you? Look at how committed you are to love. I feel like that goes both ways. I feel like that goes for Leo. How committed is Leo to the relationship? How committed is Capricorn to the relationship? I feel like that's sort of the time out here that you really have to look at. But I feel like this no means something. But you know what that no means. So that's what you have to research. I feel like that these two are connected. But definitely How committed are you to love? How committed are you to this relationship? Do you want to make that effort? Big questions there, right? Take that time out to explore those and to see, you know, to really see how you feel about those. And I feel like that will give you your answer and your direction. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time. All right. Last one, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. The best for last, right? Capricorn and Pisces. I think this is the first time I've ever done such a long video. I definitely feel like I'm losing my voice though. It was fun though. Let me know down below in the comments if you're still listening to me, how you feel about it, like how you liked it. If you liked it. Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Pisces connection reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right. We have our tarot, we have our romance angels, we have our angel answers, we have our heart-shaped romance, and then we have our whispers of love. So I've already shuffled the decks, and we're just going to split the decks and see what we have here. We have the moon, and that represents Pisces. Love that. So we have Pisces and Pisces. Okay? The moon, not being able to see clearly, not really sure of what's going on, not sure of what's happening, not sure of your direction with Pisces. That could represent for Capricorn, you're not really sure about this relationship with Pisces. Are you questioning it, right? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So that's exactly what I was just saying is, Capricorn, are you having questions about this relationship with Pisces? Are you questioning it? Are you not really clear where you want to go with this relationship? Are you not clear with how you're feeling about this relationship? Do you want to give your relationship a chance? Do you want to work on your partnership, right? I'm feeling like there's one, this one here is sticking out. Ask for help from others. Sometimes it helps when we discuss things with people that we trust. Like I've said before, I feel like it's not giving all of the information because the relationship is between Capricorn and Pisces, and I feel like you don't want to give too much away. But sometimes when we get somebody else's point of view, we can kind of see things from a different perspective, and it kind of brings light to a situation that maybe we're questioning, and we can't seem to find those answers ourselves. All right, let's grab soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I feel like, you know, maybe you do feel that there is do you feel that this person is your soulmate? Do you feel that this is that person that you want to give your relationship a chance with? Do you feel that this is a relationship that you want to work on, that you want to be with? I feel like those are tough questions. Those are questions that you have to ask yourself, right? Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. I kind of feel like, Capricorn, you want to take a break from this relationship. I kind of feel like you need some headspace of your own. I don't know if it's an actual breakup. I don't, You know, that's something that you have to decide. That's something that you have to figure out. But I feel like those thoughts and those feelings are swirling in your head, you know. With the moon, deception. Sometimes, you know, I kind of feel like that moon card is it deception be within yourself, that you're saying, yeah, this relationship is fine, this relationship is good, but inside you're really not feeling that way. Is what you're feeling on the inside what you're expressing on the outside, right? Do your actions match your words? I just feel like you're questioning that. I feel like you're trying to decide what it is that you want to do. But I feel like you have to take that time to yourself to figure out if there's something lacking in this relationship, what is it that you need, right? And can you communicate that to Pisces to let them know, hey, I need this, or this needs to change, or like whatever it is that you feel that is missing, can you communicate that with Pisces, and can the two of you work it out? You know, can you give your relationship a chance? I mean, only you know that. But that's what I feel like you need to do, is really find those answers within yourself and decide what is it you truly want to do in your heart, you know. Really opening that up and figuring that out. What is it that you want to do in this relationship? But I feel like you need that time to yourself to sort through that. Sometimes when we're around that person, we feel this pressure, like you have to give an answer, you have to act a certain way, or you have to be a certain way, right? And then you're not really able to find those answers within yourself because you're so busy like working with that other person. So I feel like you may need that alone time, you know, whether it's maybe staying with a family member or a friend, or just, you know, having a few hours to yourself, driving in the car, you know, however that may work for you. But sometimes that can give you a lot of clarity on what it is that you want to do, or give you those answers that you're searching for. I feel like you're searching for some answers for this relationship with Pisces. And then we have the soulmate. So I feel like there's a connection there, but I feel like you're kind of questioning it. But that's what you need to explore, and that's what you need to look at. And those are, having that time to yourself, I feel, will give you those answers. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these readings. If you did, please leave a comment down below. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.